Hey everyone, it's Mike, your safety guy with Nextech, and this is the Service Call Podcast. This is a show where we talk about the people who actually keep the lights on, the air running, and the job moving forward. But the show goes beyond our industry to explore resilience, leadership, and lessons from people who answer the call to serve. We'll feature techs, leaders, and a few wild cards, and real stories from the field, the shop, and everywhere in between. No corporate scripts, no sales pitch, just real conversations with people who know what it means to show up and get it done. Let's roll. Today we got a great guest on the phone. We have Brendan Williams calling us from, or not calling us, but on the camera from Florida, and he's a great guy. We're going to be talking to Brendan. Welcome, sir. How are you?
How you doing, Mike? Happy to be here.
Yeah. So tell us about you. We talked in the pre-interview and you're like, oh, I don't really have a big HVAC story, but I think everybody has an HVAC story. So tell us about you. Don't give us all the details about family and all that stuff, but tell us about you, and maybe tell us about how you got into HVAC.
Okay, so I was scheduled to graduate like 2021. So that would have been like COVID year. So whole high school experience really was messed up because we wasn't able, have a graduation or prom or all the things that you go through all your high school years to be able to do. So at that point, the world was so different of like you not knowing what's next. So it took me a while to be able to, get my foot in. And I made the decision at first to go be a diesel mechanic. But the funding for it was like 45,000. And I come from a single family home. So it's like that wasn't feasible for me at the time. So I went to try to get my CDLs, but I just didn't want to be on the road all the time. And so finally, I seen a video of Southern Technical College here in Orlando of somebody. I think they was recharging a system and doing compressors and all these different things. So like this might be cool. And then I was following somebody on Instagram that was a PM tech. And so he would have his Ray Bans and doing his little videos throughout the day of changing filters and doing all the little things. So said maybe I could give this a try. And then I looked up and seen it was only a 12-month course at the time. So I just took that leap of faith because I don't know. I didn't have no family, didn't have no friends, didn't have nobody that was in the HVAC field. So I really just took a leap of faith of let me just try something. And soon as before I even finished, I talked to Jim, which was my RSM, the day I was going to get my universal EPAs, and he hired me. So so from there, I just felt like that just from that little one yes, I feel like the whole trajectory of my life has changed.
But was it hard for you going, especially like you said, you were in a single income family? Is that what you said? Like,
Yeah,
or
single family home.
single family home. And so
Mhm.
was it hard for you to like convince everybody around you, like I'm going into HVAC, or like were people around you going like, what are you talking about? HVAC? You don't know anybody in HVAC. Like, why
And
was it hard for you?
and what's crazy, it was the total opposite because me as a younger child coming from the inner city of Orlando, it was kind of tough of staying on the right path. So my mother and father really was kind of shaky of we don't know what what he gonna choose to do after high school. So once I like made a decision of this is what I want to do, everybody was just the first day of me finishing all the packet with all the information, coming home with a shirt and a tool bag, my mother cried just because of the you're doing something that could motivate others to do something. Because I have a little sister, nephews, nieces, all these different things. So just that trajectory to be able to change. You don't have to go to college. You don't have to be the brightest. You don't have to like school to be able to start a life for yourself. So I could say I had the greatest support system of not financials, but just of the love of I believe in you.
You got me right in the feels. Right in the feels. That I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
I got a little weepy here. I was like, oh my God. So you get out of school, you're already hired by Nextech, I would assume.
Yes.
And then how did the family view you as you were coming home and all of a sudden there's a van, a company van sitting out in the driveway? Like, how did that then change?
Yeah, that was probably the first time when I felt like I wasn't just counted out of like whatever he choose to do, he do. It was I was looked at as the pillar to the family that was going to change the way we live in, the where we live in, how we live in, the way we think, the way we carry ourselves. Everything was going to change because just this one little opportunity. And I talked to a lot of guys in the HVAC field that just this just a job. How can you feel like this saved your life? Well, I feel like this saved my life, my family life, and changed the trajectory for generations. Just being able, one person saying yes to me and giving me the opportunity to just show what I have to give just was everything I needed. I didn't care what the pay was. I didn't care about nothing. I just knew this is a career now. I'm not working at Walmart hoping I could be able to move up to a manager position and slave myself till I'm 80. I can actually see the trajectory of me retiring my mother, retiring my father, being able to get that first home buyer's loan. I'm putting my fiance through school right now. She's going to be a therapist. So just being able to like have this security is like everything to me. So I love what I do because I know this has changed me for the better.
How can you not get it behind this guy's story, man? Got me. You got me again. I'm coming to Florida. I'm going to see you.
Mm,
Um,
come on,
um,
come on.
you're moving now into the trade. You got the family as they're starting to get it. They're like, well, I think you made the right decision. And and you're like, if I say it wrong, just say, Mike, you're saying it wrong. Like you're creating your own power. Like, you're moving, you're generating energy. People are like getting behind you. They're starting to see, like, man, we get it now. We get what HVAC is about. Look at how great he's doing. How did that then move into the job? Like, I'm sure you got up every day and go, man, I love what I do. And I can't wait to see what I'm going to work on today.
For me, it was just some days I felt like I was getting over like this is all you want from me. I used to like when I get a phone call, I'm thinking I'm in trouble because it's like you're paying me to just do this. Like I come from pouring concrete, lawn service, temp services, and just doing whatever I could do to be able to pay my mother car insurance or pay my phone bill or make sure we have groceries in the house or just the little things. So to be able to, yeah, this might not be a lot of money coming into the field to a lot of people, but to me, this was everything. So any overnight, any Saturdays, I was at it. I was able to buy my mom a car already. I only been in the field 2 years. Just made 2 years in February. Was already able to buy my mother a Mercedes. I got my father a little BMW that he wanted. So I'm flourishing, and I just know that everybody that I have behind me that's dependent on me, because sometimes it could get stressful because I'm only 24. But just to have everybody riding on me of because they already feel like I made it just by me having a trade. The family feel like, oh, he's good. He made it. We okay now. We're set. I done motivated my older brother to go get his HVAC certification. So he will be EPA certified in July. And I will hope to, get him as a PM tech because that's how I started. Flipping filters. Didn't know nothing about an AC or nothing, flipping filters, and from there just I don't want to give you the quote already, but the quote of showing up is half the battle. Long as you're ready to show up and put forth the effort, you can learn all the knowledge later. You can't teach a man to be a man and want to get up and provide for his family. Long as you have that within yourself, I have to get up every day to provide. All the knowledge of you learning can come later, because some things you can't teach. And that's just what I had, that drive of I'm here every day. I don't know a lot, but I'm here every day and I'm gonna try my hardest. Whatever job, if I'm getting a tool bag, if you tell me, hey Brendan, go get my tool bag, cool. I'm going to grab. You want me to grab you a water too? When it's time for the job to be done, I'm taking everybody tools to their van because I know I'm the lowest technician here on the job site, so I'm doing everything I need to do just to be able to. I want Brendan back on that job just because I took your bag to the van for you. But it don't matter to me because I'm getting the knowledge and skills and I see the bigger picture already. I'm not worried about next 2, 3 years. I'm thinking about when I'm 35, when I'm 40, and I'm able to put my daughter through college, or I got the money saved up and I got my little business adventures that I'm thinking of now, with ice machines, want to do an ice distribution company and just little things like that. That's what I'm looking forward to. Just the far, far long stuff. Not right now. I'm just learning the game right now and loving every moment of it.
So if you guys are wondering, like sometimes I do these interviews both for phone, over the phone, and I do them for video. We don't, we had a little pre-interview before we started talking, but he started to tell me a story, and I was like, oh, no, 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 I want to hear it. I want to hear it fresh. Like, this is the first time I've heard this. I've got over 40 years in HVAC. And so for me, I look for these gems. This right here is a wonderful, I say it all the time, like you make HVAC great. He makes HVAC great. And gosh, what a great story. When you, now that you're out working, let's just progress forward. As that you're out
Mhm.
working and stuff and you're running service calls, you get a chance to work with other guys or gals that are in the trade. You get to work with them, like maybe 2 or 3 guys on a job or on a project. Like, tell us about the camaraderie, about the partnership, or are you just out in the van by yourself doing your own thing?
I'm nothing without my team. Without Miss Dawn, I can't even fathom to put it into words the love I have for that woman, of just giving me the confidence of never putting yourself down, because I'm my worst biggest critic of I'm always on myself of, oh, I did this wrong, I need to do this better. Frank, Miss Dawn, Evelyn, guys like Thomas or Andrew, or just guys that's on my team. I remember my first year, Frank took his money, went and filled me a full tool bag to start off. Just off me meeting him one time, us having a conversation, like you said, just hitting that feeling of me just telling him my story. Not never on no like I need sympathy. No, it is what it is. Somebody else's life was probably harder, but just me trying to pull myself up out of it. So just Miss Don, Frank, of course, Jim, for just giving me the opportunity of hiring me. Because without him just giving me that opportunity of just being able to put my foot in the door, I want to be able to meet Miss Dawn or Frank or Evelyn or Lindsay, or I'm nothing without the team. Without them, I don't know where I would be, of just being able to elevate from being a PM tech to an install guy to now I'm a full service technician. So it's just, without the team, I wouldn't be here. So I owe it all to them.
So let's talk a little bit about technical then. You do service and PMs. Um, like, what do you prefer? Do you prefer service? Do you prefer service calls? Like, I always enjoyed service calls over the actual repairs. So, are you a service call person? Are you a repair person? Because I know you're going to be like, I'm an everything person because I want to do it all. But still, in the back of your mind, you might be a service call person, or I like changing compressors. I like doing leak repairs. Like, what do you like to do?
Me personally, I like to I would say more refrigeration service, but more install and repair for HVAC. Because I feel like refrigeration is like zero zones and uprights and them different things. I feel like for a newer technician now be the easiest thing to grasp because it's not so many different working parts that you have to know what this do, what it do when it's not working, how can you diagnose it, and all these different little things. So for me, I like refrigeration. I do it all. I'm one of the technicians. I don't care what you put me on. You can put me on the Starbucks PM or you could put me on a HVAC, no cool. So it's just, and again, it goes back to the team I got because I can pick up the phone and know who's the best in refrigeration, who's the best in HVAC, and they'll sit there all day with me and go through all the steps, not never get frustrated and you should know this. Why you don't know that? No, walk me through everything. So with the team around me, I feel way more comfortable than I did in the beginning. So I will honestly say refrigeration service and HVAC installs like compressors, evap change outs, and things of that nature.
Well, then let's talk about your tool bag and your tools. What tools do you have? Like, what are your faves?
Right now, I that's crazy you ask. I just got the probes for the testo probes.
Yeah.
So them been like a game changer of you being able to see everything right on your phone and you ain't even gotta bring your full gauges out. You just pop them on and look at all the pressures and just be able to go to that your checklist. Cause that's the main thing. When you go to the service call, you gotta have your checklist. Cause as soon as you skip over the steps, it was the first step. That's the most simple thing ever.
But your Testo probes, how are you on voltmeters? Like, what kind of voltmeters do you like? Manufacturers? Are you a Klein person? Are you a Flute person? UEI? Like, what do you like for voltmeters?
I I like Klein, but I'm still, building. I have everything I need, but I'm still building and saving for the stuff that I personally want. You know what I'm saying? I have all the stuff that I need, just
Right.
you can get the hand-me-downs and but I'm still saving up for most of the stuff I need. Like, okay, I like that. This is my preferred one. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still like in that limbo stage of getting my tool allowance, getting my gauges, getting my testo probes, getting the manifolds, different hoses, and stuff like that.
Tool bags. Do you have a favorite on tool bags?
Um, the Nextech one, I forgot the brand.
Oh, Vito.
Yeah, the Vito Nextech one. Yeah, Frank had got it for me for Christmas, so that's my go-to right there.
Your
Unless
go-to
I
right
have
there.
the little Vito, if I'm doing just like little small stuff and you don't need the full bag of your tools and stuff.
You have is that the only bag you have is the Vito right now?
I have two Vitos, a small one and then the Nextech one.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. As you're doing, because you're so new into the trade, you really got in already when 454B was already basically in place.
Yeah.
So are you seeing problems in the trade with 454B, or have you have a lot of experience with it? Like, tell us a little bit about that.
For me, it's because I'm just not getting into it. So I can't miss something I never had. So I'm just now seeing all the refrigerants that's here. So I missed the R22s and all the golded refrigerants that all the older seasoned technicians talk about. Yeah, so this all I really know right now. So I'm just going with the flow, trying to learn as much as I can.
Is I know we don't have a picture of it, the van layout. Have you settled on a van layout, or are you looking at all the guys' different vans going, "Ooh, I kind of like the way he did that, or I like the way she put that together"? So, are you pretty settled on a van layout, or are you somebody who likes to play and continually evolve your van?
Yeah, that the higher I get up of, I got all the tools I need, so I could be able to go get Milwaukee snap kits and build up the different things like that, or get the because I seen some guys, they got full car mechanic drawers in the van. So it's like once you go and be around a guy that been doing it since 94 and I was only born in 2002, you will see all the different crazy stuff that's like, oh, I didn't even know this was possible. How you can do this? Or the guys that's really Milwaukee heads of when they have their baby, the baby got on Milwaukee jumpers and they phone case Milwaukee, ear pods Milwaukee. So I'm just trying to see whatever could fit my budget. Cause the world right now kind of crazy to be buying Milwaukee everything. So I'm still trying to, find the budget in of Amazon, Harbor Freight, and price check. So I'm still just looking around to see what be able to fit my pocket.
He aged me when he said he was born in 2002. I was like, oh my God, I had already been in the trade like 14 years, 15 years, and he was
Hey,
just
that's what I
born.
hear.
I'm like, oh my God, he just, you know, but that's okay. That's okay because you know what? When I started in the trade in 1986, I was being schooled by technicians that were trained in the 1950s, and air conditioning was just coming up. So and they were giving me a hard time being a newbie. So, I get you totally. The trade moves, you talked a little bit about maybe one day owning your own, business or shop, way out in the future. Do you look at things in the trade besides like refrigeration, CO2, supermarket refrigeration? And do you look at yourself going, I want to learn that? Because some guys, men and women, will say, I'm good in HVAC. That's all I want to do. Or are you somebody that's like, I want to see everything?
I my and that's crazy you asked because we recently just was doing water tower cleaners for a site that we have that have chillers. So that been my big thing of just seeing how the contrast and seeing why guys don't like it. Cause a lot of guys like, I'm not working on the chillers. I don't do that. If the site too old, they don't like it. Or just having that pick of I just want to learn everything. I don't have no picks of no, I'm good here. You can never have too much knowledge. The moment you stop learning is when you start dying. So you can always, it's so much knowledge out here about different things, the UV lights in the units now, or the automated systems. So it's so much out that's like, I feel like you will have to just find your niche to just make yourself valuable within your company. That's what I think. And for right now, it been with the water chill systems.
How much does social media play a part of your day? Meaning the educational side. Like we go home, we look at the funny pictures and stuff like that. But is social media part of your day as far as the learning side of it? Like using YouTube for training or using Instagram for watching to see what some, because there's a lot of young techs that are about your age that are on social media and they're
Yeah.
producing great content. So do you use social media as a training tool?
That's crazy you ask because my fiance say all the time, like HVAC done got you. Because I could be riding down somewhere and be like, oh, I worked on that building. I remember I changed the compressor there. Oh, that AC system don't sound good. Or we'll see a leak. Oh yeah, I think somebody ain't been cleaning their system how they supposed to. So just like the little things, I know God say this all the time, but I live and breathe HVAC. Instagram, YouTube, whatever. And by my big brother still being in school and learning, I'm always shooting him videos, like little funny videos of like when somebody will bypass the disconnect or just like little stuff like that. So absolutely. I have, one day I want to, do little content, but I just feel like at this point in my career, it'll take away from what I'm doing right now. Once I got it to be able to do it, got the knowledge to be able to give it out to others, because I know how I looked at videos of I might jump in your DM, hey, how did you learn this? Or how did you get this? Or what's like a little good tool for this? So I wouldn't want to be putting out content if I wasn't able to give that knowledge to the up and coming. So Instagram and social media and the whole play a huge role in you choosing what trade or how you want to go about what you want to do, because everything accessible now. So you could be able to see somebody actually go to school, finish school, get their EPAs, get with a company, start off as an apprentice, move to a PM tech, and now they're a full technician or they have their own company. So you could see the evolution of it, not just somebody telling you about it. So it's definitely like a game changer. All about how you use it though.
Yeah. I have like a philosophy in life that carries me through the trade. Like, I'm into safety, so I tell guys to work safe, be safe. So safety is huge. Do you have something that you live by? Like, I know it's to be the best you can be, but is it just being the best you can be, or is it something that maybe somebody taught you one day? Like, look, Brendan, this is something that you should live by. Whether it could be faith, it could be professional. What do you live by?
That would be a tricky question. Just being a hard worker and meaning everything you do and say. Because I seen a quote where it was, would you take 200 million, but you know you won't wake up tomorrow? No, you wouldn't. So saying that to say every day is worth 200 million. So you just got to get out and be able to obtain it every day. Every day it could be the best day of your life. You shouldn't get caught up on the highs or the lows. That would be it. Don't get caught up on the highs or the lows.
Well, this is Brendan Williams. He's an amazing young man, and I always look for rising stars on social media and professionally, and he is just that. He's a rising star, and he got me a couple of times today in the 30 minutes. He went right to my heart, and I definitely hope to meet him one day if I get out to Florida and go to lunch and see if we can't get to know him a little bit more. Just a great guy. And you can hear that in this interview. This is the Service Call podcast brought to you and powered by Nextech. If you'd like to know more about Nextech, go to nextechna.com. That's Nextech, Nextechna for North America.com. And check us out. And if you like what Brendan is saying, and you're an apprentice, and you're like, man, I want to work with Brendan. Well, and you're in the Florida area, there's that little career tab. Make sure you tap on that career tab, put your resume in. Like I said, it's going to take us a while. But to get to you, but we'll definitely get to you. And let's see if it can't make something happen. We have opportunities all across the United States for electricians and installers and refrigeration techs and HVAC, both apprentices and mid-level and journeymen. So check us out at nextechna.com. Anything before we go? Any last parting? You've made a huge impact on me, and how awesome you are.
Anybody out there, if HVAC or refrigeration is what you would do, I would say Nextech would be the best place for you.
But if you can't make it to Nextech,
You still gotta strive. You still
right.
you can't stop. You can't stop, because I feel like if you really have it in your heart, this is what you want to do, I feel like it's gonna take you places.
Well, I can't thank you guys enough. This is the Service Call podcast powered by Nextech. As always, if you need to get a hold of us, you can do so through the website at nextechna.com. I appreciate you guys a bunch. Work safe, be safe. That's my motto: work safe, be safe, and be good humans. And we'll see you next time.